Recently, a lot of new superhero sets came out. And I'm a little bit slow, so I didn't get to put this review out earlier, but these are my official thoughts on some of the new sets. First up on the review list, it does come in black, is the LEGO Batman Tumbler. For this set, you get 3 really nice looking figures. I think that this is the first version of this Two-Face that we've gotten, and it looks really good. Would have been nice to get dual molded legs or leg printing, but you see LEGO exclude that a lot with a lot of the new sets. Same goes for the Joker. The Joker's torso printing is really good, and it's nice to get this version of Joker for cheaper than when it was in the giant tumbler. But again, would be nice to see a little bit of leg printing. The Batman has very nice torso printing. And I don't think you need leg printing on Batman while it would be nice. I think that it's fine without it. The only thing I would say about the Batman is I'm not big on this kind of rubber cape. The other rubber capes, like the Doctor Strange cape, are good because you can take it off the figure without having to pull off the head. But this, it's just, there's no benefit. Like, it has less posability. It's like the Michael Keaton Batman suit, which is good for nostalgia, but can't really pose it, and you have to take the head off and then take the rubber cape off to put him in the car. I don't know. I'm not big on him. But the cowl piece looks really good, and the rest of the Batman figure, I will say, does look pretty good. I will go back on that. You actually can fit him in the cockpit with the rubber cape on, but it doesn't look super good. As for the build, I really like that we do get a side build of the Bat Signal. I think that that's good. I do like that. And that Two-Face gets his coin with a little printing on there. That is very cool. It's smaller. I feel like we get a lot of tumblers, but I actually like it. I think that it represents what it's going for really well, and if this is the set that you're willing to pay the price for, then yeah, I would say go ahead and get it. The price tag, though, for this set that you'll have to pay is $60 for a set that only has 429 pieces. I personally won't get it, but yeah, if it's the set you want, sure, go ahead. The next set on the list I actually really like, and it's a new Superman mech with Lex Luthor. Again, great figures. This is a new Superman, and I really like the torso printing. It also has a cloth cape instead of a rubber cape. I think it looks really good. The Lex Luthor just goes to show what LEGO can do with good leg printing. If only all of our superheroes got this treatment. It looks incredibly good, and I'm definitely going to be picking this set up. As for the build, it's a great mech build. I think LEGO has gotten very good at making mechs in the past few years. The only thing I would say is I don't like those knee pieces. They're kind of newer, and they just have no posability. I feel like you can make 2 pieces that clip together and give you bendable knees and elbows, but the knees and elbows don't bend, and it's very disappointing. The original mechs didn't have that. The original mechs could bend their knees and their elbows, and I wish that they would bring that back. But other than that, I think the Superman printing on the tile on the front looks good. I think that the ankles being movable is great. It comes with a little kryptonite piece. Yeah, it's a decent set build. But I just wish we had posability in the elbows and the knees. Instead of paying $10 like you used to be able to, this set will be $15, but it does come with 2 figures, so I feel like that does even out. And now, for Marvel. We're going to start out with the good, and then go to the bad and the ugly, because I don't want it to sound like I'm just complaining the whole time. It's another Spider-Man mech. This one's giving me PS4 vibes, and oh man, it looks really good. And we finally get an Anti-Venom figure. Now, could he have leg print? Yes, but since LEGO's been neglecting that for a lot of superheroes, we're not really going to hold that against him. The face printing and the torso printing, they blow me away. It's great. We get another generic Spider-Man figure, but he's definitely not the star of the show, even though it's his mech. The Anti-Venom, it takes the cake for me. Here's a better look at those figures, and oh man, I am definitely picking up this mech. Hopefully I'll have a full set review for this mech and the Superman mech later on my channel. One thing that immediately stood out to me about this set is that new rubber piece. It's been in a couple of the new Spider-Man sets, but I think that's great that it can actually wrap up the villain. It's really cool. This set also will be $15, but since there's 2 figures, yeah, I think this one is worth it. Speaking of wrapping up, I'm going to wrap up these mechs with an Iron Man mech. Again, these figures look great. It's a comic accurate Iron Man and Ultron, and they look good. I personally collect a lot of Iron Man, so it's nice to get a comic accurate Iron Man. The only problem is it's another Iron Man. We seem to get so many of them. The Ultron looks really good. I think that the leg printing on both of these looks really nice, and I just wish that every superhero had this nice of leg printing. When I was talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, yeah, this is the bad. It's another Iron Man mech, and it doesn't even look that good, especially compared to the original mechs that could move their elbows and their knees. I don't know. If this was an Ultron mech, I would definitely be picking this up, but it's the same price as the other mechs, $15, and the Superman one just looks better, and so does the Spider-Man one, even though we've gotten a Spider-Man one before. I don't know. If you want to pick this set up, go ahead, but it's not really for me. The final set I'm going to be talking about is a long-awaited Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse set. The idea for this set is great. I loved the movie, and I was wishing that LEGO would make a set. Unfortunately, the execution is not that good. Yeah, for the good, the bad, and the ugly, this unfortunately is the ugly. I will say, I do like the deli store. I think that it looks great. But the LEGO cop car, it just feels like a crappy city cop car. It's not great. But I do like the store. I think that it looks good. Unfortunately, it's incredibly expensive for how few pieces that it actually has. Like, this should be a $30 set. Maybe $40. But with the build, closer to $20. It doesn't look great. I get for the figures, it could be a $30 set, but I don't know. The builds, they don't do this scene in the movie justice. I will say, though, the part that I like about this set is the outside of the deli store. I think it looks pretty good, and you could, attach it to the Daily Bugle if you had that. The inside is alright, but I really do like the outside. As for the figures, the Spot looks great. With the leg printing, I think it looks beautiful. The Miles Morales is good. What I just don't understand is LEGO has the design on LEGO Fortnite for a really great Miles Morales figure. Why didn't they just use that? The Gwenpool looks pretty good, the torso printing, and the head and the hood combo do look pretty good. The officer, Miles' dad, the head printing looks good. I think that the face has good printing. The torso, I feel like it's reused. I feel like I've seen that in my LEGO City collection. No leg printing. It does not do this character justice at all, and in fact, it's incredibly disappointing. Miles and Gwen do come with separate head and hair pieces, but Gwen's hairpiece, it's not very good. The Miles, on the other hand, I think that it's alright. LEGO probably could have done better, but it's pretty good. But the Gwen's, it's not Gwen. It doesn't look that good. For a price of $50? Yeah, no. Not unless it goes on sale. Again, if this was a $30 set, I would pick it up immediately. The Spot figure, it sells it for me. In the front of the deli, I think it looks good enough to be at least a $30 set. But with that many issues, with the feeling that low quality, it is not worth $50. Just remember that these are only my opinions. I don't mean to offend anybody. But yeah, let me know which sets you're going to pick up in the comments, and I'll see you next time.